So, are you going to create some extra places to take this pressure off Queen's University?
The decisions of the last few days will have consequences for higher education, and one of those consequences will be the likelihood of requiring further allocation of places over and above the maximum student number cap that we currently employ in Northern Ireland. Now, I've made it quite clear in conversations with both Queen's and Ulster University over the last couple of days that we will work with them to make sure that those students have the opportunity that they desire and deserve, and that we will work with executive colleagues.
What does that mean, you'll work with them?
Well, we will work with them to provide the places that those students now need.
So you'll fund them?
Well, yes, but those are obviously decisions for the executive. We will have to talk to the finance minister. We will also have to talk to the Minister for Health, because obviously policy for education in terms of nursing, medicine, dentistry is all under the policy remit of the Department for Health. And first and foremost, we also then need to get a clear picture of exactly how many places that will be required over and above the cap. And remember, in the June monitoring round, anticipating maybe more students wanting to stay at home because of COVID disruption, we had already bid and gained extra funding for around 900 places in Northern Ireland for the next
Sorry to interrupt. Queen's University has said that, it could need between 500 to 1,000 extra places. Are you able to get your hands on some money to cover those places? Because
I would like to get to a settled position at the end of all of this, whereby all of our young people have the opportunity that they want and need. And that will mean some additional places within the Northern Ireland, to the two universities in Northern Ireland. Now, I will work with the Finance Minister, obviously with the Minister for Health, because he has responsibility for some policy areas of higher education, to try to ensure that we arrive at that position. And I've been working throughout the day with my officials in the department to try to bring a paper outlining all of this to the executive for Thursday.
Well, surely, can I just to clarify, surely one of the first questions you would have asked this morning was how many additional places are we talking about here? Can you give us a sense for that this evening?
Well, Queen's have already given a sense, and there's a very wide disparity between 500 and 1,000.
Well, there is, yes.
Ulster University, and I've just spoken to the new Vice-Chancellor of Ulster University about an hour ago, has indicated that their need for additional places may not be as great. I want to see what the final outcome is. I will take that to the executive. I'm very heartened that the Finance Minister has said quite clearly and plainly that he will work with his colleagues to try to resolve this situation. Remember, this is not just a one-off commitment for 1 year to these young people. This will be a 3, 4, 5-year commitment to these young people's futures. And we need to take that through the processes in the executive.
And just to be very clear on what you said, is it my understanding then that funding for additional places has essentially been agreed in principle? You now just have to figure out exactly where the money might come from, but the intention is there to fund these additional places, up to 1,000 of them.
I would like to get to a situation and discuss this with my executive colleagues. I am clear, as the Minister for the Economy, as the Minister for Higher and Further Education, that if we require additional places, then the executive should work very hard and collectively to provide those additional places. I am heartened that the Finance Minister said today exactly the same thing, that he would work with his colleagues to ensure that this situation is resolved. Can I just say, and it's really important that we also recognise this, this is not just also about A-level places. The GCSE situation will mean that sixth forms and further education colleges will need additional finance to help those young people in that stage of their career as well. And I would also put a marker down, very importantly, Declan, this afternoon, that for those young people who are going to sit their A-level exams next year, they have been pretty disadvantaged by the disruption to their education. And as they enter the university scenario in 2021, I think there will be a need to look at how we can help those young people as well.